The Norwegians are at it again. Guys, I'm back again for another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Jakob Ingebrigtsen's 2K world record and Karsten Warholm's 300 meter hurdles world record. So these guys are both Norwegian, which shows the Norwegians are really on the up these days, and they were both done in less than ideal circumstances, so that just makes them even more unreal. So without too much more talking, let's get into the first video, Jakob's 2K. So as we can see here, the less than ideal circumstances that I was talking about is there's very little people in the race. That's because obviously COVID-19 fucking everything up. But so see here, the start, get off to a good start. They have the two guys at the front are both pacemakers, so they'll be dropping out later in the race. They're just there to set the pace. And there's the Kenyans that there was two races taking place at the same time, same distance, same starting time, but there was Team Chariot, which are the Kenyan group, and then Team Ingebrigtsen, which is the three Ingebrigtsen brothers. So one race taking place in Norway, the other one taking place in Kenya, and it was just amazing that they could get an event like that together, just kind of a virtual race. So as you can see here, first lap 58. It's a good solid pace for a 2K now, in fairness. Like that's under 2 minute pace for an 800. And now we see the split screen here. They're both, the Kenyans are just slight bit ahead at the moment, it seems. Yeah, they're all coming up on 200 meters now. I think, as far as I know, I think the first pacemaker is staying on till about 800 meters 1K. Then the second one up till there's only about a lap to go, so a mile. Even not even watching this race from the first time, I could still probably give a good guess that Jakob's probably going to win out of the Norwegians anyway. There we see the lead Kenyan. There's again the two Kenyan at the front are pacing, or they might not be actually. But anyway, the lad in third is Timothy Chariot. He's the reigning world champion in the 1500 meters. He has a really weird kind of style of running, but it works for him. So there we go. See the side by side again. The Kenyans are starting to split up now, and we also see Philip Ingebrigtsen kind of falling off the back. He had the 1K earlier on in the day, so he would have been pretty tired from that. He ended up running a new Norwegian record in 2:16, I believe it was. So now we come here, we are 1200 meters in, I'd imagine. Yep, 1200 meters in. Pace has kind of dropped a slight bit. If they were to keep on pace from the first lap, they'd be going through in 2:24. They went through 2:27 there. But yeah, both teams are kind of, the leaders of both teams are kind of around the same now, but all of the Norwegians are slightly ahead actually, I think, because they just went into the bend a slight bit earlier. But then the Ingebrigtsens definitely seem stronger. Jakob does anyway. And like, obviously, to be fair to the Kenyans, it's not ideal running on a wet track because the tartan would soak up the water, and the ground reaction wouldn't be as good as it would in a dry track. But yeah, we see there Norwegians are gone through the bell lap already, so definitely well ahead. So and at this stage, with Jakob looking that strong, I can't imagine that Timothy Cherry is going to catch him in any way. Like, he's already nearly at 200 meters, and Cherry is only coming up on just past 300 meters to go. So, and if you just look how strong Jakob looks, it's ridiculous. It's hard to believe that he's only 19 years old. Like, youngest person to ever break 4 minutes in the mile, and I think he broke 4 minutes in the mile going through the mile there. So it just shows like he's a ridiculous talent. And yep, there you go. What is it? 450.04. It's ridiculous. Like, it's new Norwegian, not Norwegian record, new European record, and Cherry'd only finishing. Yeah, so obviously Team Ingebrigtsen won by 13 seconds, the leader. I'm actually not 100% sure how the actual team rankings went, but as far as that goes, Jakob and Henrik would have been ahead of the two finishers of the Kenyan team, so I'm assuming that would have ranked them up high enough, so I'm assuming that the Ingebrigtsens won. I'm just after looking back, and all three Ingebrigtsens finished ahead of Kenya's first finisher, so yeah, they definitely won. But anyway, now that that one's over, we'll get on to the world record in the 300 meter hurdles. So this man, as a lot of you in the running community would probably know, has absolutely blown the scene away in the hurdles in the last few years. He's become the second fastest man in the world. Last summer, becoming one of the only people to ever run under 47 seconds in the 400 meter hurdles. So this will be interesting. I haven't watched this race yet, so let's get into it. Right, so off he goes. He has that real kind of massive stride technique. I don't know why they have other hurdles out in the other lanes, because he's the only one running it, which makes this world record even more amazing, because like he no one spurring him on beside him or anything, so it's just ridiculous. And he has a massive arm drive as well, but as you can see, first man to ever dip under 34 seconds in the 300 meter hurdles. I call that one. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Like, and he's always mad dramatic after every race. Like, he's such a character. It's honestly amazing. But like, world record by himself just shows he's just a ridiculous athlete. So that's my reaction to the two records set at the Bislett Games 3 days ago. So if you don't already follow these athletes, just go follow them. They're not only ridiculously good athletes, they're great showmen as well. They're very, very entertaining to watch. So if you're still here, like the video, comment on the video, follow my Instagram, subscribe and turn on bell notifications. I appreciate you a lot. See you later.